Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setter. So last weekend I was in Vegas. It was Ellis Island's 57th anniversary, and I did not get that interview with Ellis, Mr. Ellis. I wish I did, but no, he was not there. But anyhow, what I have for you, I observed by going to the party and just by playing last weekend. And I want to entitle it How to Get More from a Casino. And I have 13 things, and then I thought of one that should have exceeded everything. So really I have 14, but number one really shouldn't even be counted. The first thing is, number one, you can't be a Karen. I have a person that I know that has someone related to them that is an absolute Karen, to the point that person is not invited out to dinner or lunch or breakfast. If you're going to be a Karen, you're not going to see the benefit of what the casino can do for you. So if you are a Karen or you think you're a Karen, this won't even apply to you. First thing I have to say is pick a smaller casino. If you're in Vegas, pick a smaller casino. I don't know where you're at, but wherever you're at, you need to pick a smaller casino. One that knows you by name, not by a number. I was thinking about the big casinos there in Vegas. They're on the Strip. When they hit to be 57, are they going to throw a party and invite their top people at the party? They're not. They just won't do that. If you look at the stats right now, there is a problem on the Strip, and people are fleeing the Strip. My humble opinion, and I might be just completely wrong, but if you ask me what's going on, most of the casinos on the Strip do not own their own property. So that building is built on somebody else's land, and they pay the persons who owns the land dues. And every year they require a little bit more. Well, at the start, it was nothing. But then as the years go on, their business should have continued to go higher, and those extra dues that are owed now are really financial burdens to that casino. But that's my guess. If you look at downtown, they're actually up. If you look at anywhere that's off the Strip, they're up. But the Strip has been down, and they've been down for, I think, since October. So pick a smaller casino. Number two, if you're going there regularly, once a month, twice a month, once every 2 months, whatever it might be, if you always arrive on a Monday and always leave on a Wednesday, do that the same all the time. That way the people that you see, that's their normal work schedule. It is really hard for you to show up on a weekend and then a couple of weeks later show up on a weekday, then a couple of weeks later show up on a weekend. You're not going to see the same people. So that is the key to having the casino work for you as best as possible, to see the same people. You've got to see the same people. When you eat, let's say you're at the Palms. You want to eat at the Palms restaurant. You don't want to sit there and eat at McDonald's. The people that work at McDonald's, they work at McDonald's. They're not working for the Palms, but they're inside the Palms. At Ellis, all their restaurants are owned by Ellis. And each casino has one restaurant that's owned by that casino. If you do that and become a regular, they can do more things for you. Oh, Mr. Jones, I see you're back. Well, Mr. Jones likes to have a large glass of milk, even though on the menu it does not show a large glass of milk. But we know Mr. Jones. We know that Mr. Jones tips very well. So we'll make sure that Mr. Jones gets a large glass of milk. He does not really care about the price, probably because the casino takes care of him. But if Mr. Jones asks for a large cup of milk, he'll get a large cup of milk. If you went to McDonald's, they don't care who you are, they're going to sell it to you the same way because they're a corporation, they got to obey by rules, and they don't care who you are. Not that there's anything wrong with McDonald's, but I'm just trying to show you the difference. When you eat at the casino's restaurant, always try to sit there and go at the same time. That way you'll end up with the same server. Once you find a server that you like, tell them, hey, you know what? I like you to be my server. Every time I come at this time, can I ask for you? More than likely, they'll say yes, especially if you are a tipper. Now, I didn't say a good tipper. I just sat there and said a tipper. But it's better if you are a good tipper. That way that they know you. They know what you like your steak. They know what you want to drink. Oh, did you forget to add the onions to your steak? Oh, did you forget to add the mushrooms to your steak? That's how you had it last time. Little things like that. And that's going to make your stay at the casino better. While playing at the casino, try to get to know the cocktail waitress, the cocktail waiter. If it's not that busy, get to know that person. I know most of mine that are there. I'm always there on the weekend. They know what time I play. They know what I like to drink. They know I like it in a large cup, and they don't normally serve it in a large cup. And they'll even come up to me when it's halfway down and say, oh, you need a refresher, and give me a refresher. That does not happen overnight. None of this stuff happens overnight. This is going there, not being a Karen, putting a smile on your face, and getting to know people. Tip your server. There are many times I'm at the casino and they'll ask the security guard, they'll ask anybody, the slot people, can you find the waitress, the waiter? They're not coming back with my drink. You almost want to sit there and say, well, did you tip them the last time? Because I have no problem having my drink and I tip them. It's simple, it's easy. So, but if you don't want to tip them, then be that person that say, have you seen the bartender, the waiter, the waitress, the cocktail waitress? Because my glass is empty. If you would tip them, they would have noticed your glass is empty and would come and give you something else. Now, for those that are wondering, I don't drink alcohol, and I've been sober since October. So what they give me is not alcoholic whatsoever. And what they give me is a size beyond what most people get. So when they hand me this big cup, people around me are looking at me funny because, well, how come they didn't get a big cup? But I always get a big cup. You say, why? Because I tip them. Rule of thumb on tipping. Let's just put it out there. You guys won't like it. I've learned to live with it. And I like to have my drinks all the time. And I do. I get my drinks all the time. Whatever you're playing is what their tip should be. If you're playing at a $10 blackjack table, their tip should be $10. If you're playing at a $10 craps table, their tip should be $10. If you are in the high roller and you're doing $50 a spin, your tip to them should be $50. I know a lot of you are gasping right now. But if the server follows you to give you your drink every single time, no matter where you're at the casino, you're doing it right. If they don't, yeah, you might be doing it wrong. You can do whatever you want to. But this is how to get more out of your casino. I would sit there and say, don't play on the strip. Don't stay on the strip. There are certain things that can only be at the strip. There are some shows that you can only watch on the strip. That's fine and dandy. But you're going to have better luck staying at the smaller casinos off the strip, playing at the smaller casinos off the strip, than you are being on the strip. One thing I found to be great is to be nice to the security guards. Most of the time, I somehow find myself being friends with the ones that are the highest one possible, the foreman of the security guards, to the point I give him cards, I give him restaurant credit, that he can go and take his wife to wherever they want to go to. We know each other. We know our names. You know, I sit there and say, hey, how's the wife? How's this? How's that? You want the security to be on your side. Number one, if something bad happens, whose side do you think they're going to take? They're also going to protect you more. If I've won a lot of money and I want to be walked to my room, I'll sit there and go, hey, you know, can you walk my wife and I to the room? Sure, not a problem. And he will. Or who's ever watching, they'll know who we are and they'll say, sure, not a problem, and walk us to our room. That's not a problem. But if you don't know who they are, they can't sit there and really benefit you as much as they can. Know the pit bosses. Know the pit bosses' names. Get on a personal level with the pit bosses. You don't tip the pit bosses, but you can sit there and get to know their names, get to know, you know, where they're from. My favorite pit boss is Tim. Tim is from old school. He was when Vegas was actually first starting. And he's still working today. He's got lots of great stories. I'll ask him about certain things and he'll go, oh yeah, you know, you see his eyes perk up. Yeah, I remember doing that. Or I'll show him old videos of Vegas. I say, hey Tim, do you remember this? Oh yeah, I used to work here. It's cool. To me, having somebody that, you know, that can remember things that they're no longer around and give you good stories, especially back in the mob days. I mean, really, get to know those people. And again, if something bad goes down and the pit boss knows you, whose side do you think they're going to take? Just saying. Get to know your dealers. I know mostly about 80% of the dealers there. They all say hi. I might not even play at all on the table games, but they all know who I am. They all say hi to me. They always ask, you know, how's this, how's that, how's your work? They all know I own my own business. And I always take time out to sit there and talk to them. And again, if something bad happens, or they sit there and say, no, Jeff sat there and said it was this way, that's the way it is. And that's the way the dealers treat me. That doesn't come from overnight. This is not a, we got to do this. This is a long process. This is a long time. This is many years of being there, many years of listening. They sit there and say you have 2 ears and 1 mouth because you're supposed to listen twice as much as you're supposed to talk. Just saying. Get to know your host. If you don't have a host and you go to the casino often, ask, hey, when can I get a host? A host is a person that will set up your hotel reservations, get them for free, give you your comps, give you your food for free, stuff like that. Get to know your host. If you have a host, make sure you know when their birthday is. Make sure you get them something for Christmas. You say, why? Because there'll be the time that you're at the casino and lose a lot more than you should, and you go to the host, say, hey, is there any way you can give me, a couple $100 in free play? Oh yeah, sure. Not a problem. Give me a second, it'll be on your card. You gotta have that relationship. And that helps when you need something. You want concert tickets? That will help. If you want something special, that will help. If you don't, if you're a Karen, they don't care. Get to know your hotel workers. You say, Jeff, do you really know your hotel workers? Yeah, I do. Because at the time, they can kind of determine where they're going to be at. Now, there are times that we're in a suite, but there are times, that we're at the front of the hotel. We want at the hotel. We want to be in the back. Or there are times that they have us on the 3rd floor and the elevator's out. Hey, can you put us on the 1st floor? Oh, not a problem, because they know us. We have personal connections to those people. Would they do that to you being the first time? No. Who are you? No, you get the 3rd floor, walk the stairs. I want to be at the front of the casino. Too bad, you're in the back of the hotel. Get to know these people. And again, they're the ones that are going to be opening up your comps for your meals. Hey, can you throw in some soda for me? Sure, what kind do you want? I'll make sure that that's up there in 10 minutes. They're the ones that give you your water, soda, and they can do so for free. Get to know your promotion workers. They can help you out in many ways. Hey, we have this, do you want an extra? We have a couple extra. Do you want one? I sit there and make sure that my promotion workers have a Christmas card, a Christmas gift, a birthday card, a birthday gift. Who's that going to benefit? Me. It always does. But then again, if you don't want to do any of that, you're like, no, I'm too stingy, I want to be a Karen, whatever, then none of this will apply to you. But if you want more perks, more extra everything, this is how you do it. And again, this ain't going to happen in one day. This is not going to happen in one stay. The last thing I have, and I have research on this. If people want to prove me wrong, that's fine. Know when to use your card. There are times you don't want to use your player's card. Let's say you are there for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You have a checkout at noon on Sunday. You've woke up late. It's now 10 o'clock. You want to go down to the casino just for 1 hour to play. Just for 1 hour of play. That would be the time not to use your card, because it's based upon daily use. If you're only going to play for 1 hour and you're not going to be risking, $2 million a spin in that 1 hour, it will hurt you to use your player's card rather than help you, because it's an average, average per day. That's where you get your free play from. So if you were to only go play for 1 hour on that one day, say you have a concert to go to, but I want to play for 1 hour, don't use your card. Don't use your card just for that 1 hour, for that whole day, because you're going to be off doing other things. The casino will see that 1 hour of play and go, that's their average is whatever you spent in that 1 hour, versus you were there from noon to 6 playing slots, 6 hours of playtime. That's going to be huge. The casino will go, wow, look, you sat there and played with, $1,000. You really didn't win much, you didn't lose much, but you stayed with $1,000 and you played that way for 6 hours, versus 1 hour, and it doesn't really matter how much you spend or how much you lay down. That will be your average for that day. So there are times not to use your card. So be wise about that. If it's only going to be for 30 minutes, 1 hour, don't use your card. It's going to hurt your free play. When you know you're going to sit there and play for the whole day, for half the day, definitely use your card. That's where you're going to get your players' points from. That's where you're going to get your free play from. But for only 1 hour, for that whole day, don't use it. It will make your average drop. So instead of you getting like $200 for that one day of free play, you get a month or two or three, however they work it, you're going to get lower, because that one day you were only playing for 1 hour. I hope that's helped you. If it has helped you, please give me a thumbs up. Please let me know what comment it was that helped you. And if you didn't like it, please let me know that. Tell me why you didn't like it. I'm only trying to help your casino experience be better. I enjoy my casino experience. I like being at the front of the line when there's 1,000 people that are waiting for a table just to be escorted to the front and sit down. That's fun to me. I like it that the waitresses and the cocktail waitresses know what my favorite drink is. And I don't even have to sit there and say. And once I have one, I always have one until I sit there and either go to the restaurant or go out of the casino. I like it that my fridge has my favorite soda and extra water in there. And if it doesn't, I know who to call and they'll make sure it happens. It doesn't cost me any more money. It does. You have to plan ahead. And the workers don't require some huge exorbitant, gift card or gift. Just a card saying thank you for doing what you do for me would put a smile on their face. A $5 tip for that drink versus nothing makes the world go around. Show some kindness. Kindness goes a long way. I hope this has been a help. Let me know if it has. I put together a video of something I thought about. We always want something for the random roller. We always want something that that decreases, because as you roll more, your chances of a 7 get higher. We want something that no matter what they roll, you're going to get money. So coming up is that video. I think it might need some work, but I'm not really sure what it needs. So in the comments, you tell me what you think about that video. What would you do different? I know one thing I want to do different, but I'm not going to say it. I'll let you guys decide what it is. Stay tuned for the video. Thanks guys for watching. Have a good one. All right guys, we got 300 here in the middle. That is not a bet, that's just our money. We're going to have nothing on the don't, nothing on the pass line, and we're going to wait for the shooter to make their point and then put money on the line. It's going to be a 10. 4, 6, 10. $10 table. We're going to put 10 bucks on the field, 5 units on the 5, on the 9, on the 6, and on the 8. All right, shooter. And we have a yo. Yo ho ho. That's going to get us 10 bucks. I was going to go down, but my shooter was too fast. A unit on everything. Leave this guy here at 10. We have 8. That's going to win us 28 bucks. We're going to go down a unit on everything. All right, shooter. It's going to be a 9. That's 3 units. That's going to win us 21. Now we're going to tell the dealer, just turn everything off. That would have won in the field. And then we're going to take down our field. So we're going to wait for a 7 to happen. That's the 10. So, shooter made their point. We're going to go back up once the shooter makes another point. It's going to be an 8. And we're on. Oops. Money in the field. All right. And it is a 7. I should have waited for the shooter to 7 out. That's the risk we take. All right, shooter. We have a 9. Marking the 9. 5 units. All right, shooter. 6. going to pay 35. We lost the field. Put back the field, and we're taking it down a unit on everything. All right, shooter. 8. And we're with 4 units. That's going to pay us 28. We lose the field, and we're going to go down a unit. Put back our field. We have an 8. That's going to pay us 21. We lose the field, and we're going to turn our bets off and wait for the shooter to 7 out. It's going to be a 6. Midnight. Heart 8. 3 crap. 5. 5. 5. 4. 4. Well, we should have looked everything up. It's going to be a 6. 8. 6. Hard 6. 6. Easy. Midnight. 8. 10. 6. 2. Midnight. Well, I should have left everything out. 9. We hit a point. Yeah, this time we're going to sit there and just wait for the shooter to 7 out before we put our money back in there. 9 again. 9 goes back up. 2. 5. Yep. 8. 5. 9. Made the point. 3. 7. Midnight. 6 is our point. And again, we're waiting for that shooter to go away because we tried that last time. It didn't work. 6, shooter got their point. Hard 4. 10, hard 10. 6. It'd be at this point that you would really think hard about your decisions on turning everything on. But sometimes you just gotta face your decisions and make the best of them. Hard 6. 5. 9. 7. Alright, do shooter. It's gonna be a 4. Easy 4. So we're going to add 2 units to everything. Ten in the field. All right, shooter. It's going to be a hard 4, which is our point. We win in the field. Take this down. We're going to take down our field until the point's made again. It's going going to be an 8. We're going to mark the 8, put 10 bucks in the field, and we're going to go down 1 unit on everything. It's going to be a 4. We win again in the field. Take down 1 unit. It's going to be a 10. That's going to win in the field. We're taking down the field. We're turning our bets off. Got another 10. Five.
Oh, sorry.
7. All right, our bets were off. Puck is off. New shooter. It's going to be a 5. Put the puck back on. $10 in the field. Go up to 5 units on everything. All right, shooter. It's going to be a 5. We're going to lose our field, and that's going to pay us 35. Go down 1 unit. It's going to be a 2. It's going to pay us double. And we're going to go down 1 more unit. And it is a 7. Let's count it up and see how we did. So that's 100, 100. That's another 100. So 15. 15 profit. I don't know if you want to say it's an easy way to go around random rollers or not. We sure could have used a lot more on that one that just kept on going. If I was playing that table, I would have probably joined in one more time at the minimum and then build myself back up, because we lost a lot of money. We lost the potential of winning a lot of money on that one. But everything else, I think we did well. So you have a lot of money and then you degress back up as you're collecting. Your field, if it was the same as what the 5, 6, 8 was, every time those would win, it would cancel itself out by having the field bet the same amount. I added the 9 just because, you know, there are chances you'll hit a 9, so you'll get paid twice. Once for the 9, once for the field. You did not have to have this 9. You could have just stuck with 3 numbers and the field, make it the Iron Cross. Tell me your thoughts on that. Please like, share, subscribe. And my random roller is always my wife, Goldbug Slots. If you want to see a slot channel, I think we're pretty good. We're better than most, I would have to sit there and say. Check us out, or check her out. All right, guys, have yourself a good one. Thanks for watching.